for Judge Ian. Woo!
Good evening and welcome back to Tusker Project Fame Season 5. There's only 1 week to go to the grand finale, my people.
Once upon a time, there was a show that lit up our screens and hearts alike. Tusker Project Fame, a reality music competition, was the spark that ignited the dreams of many young singers. But as quickly as it soared, it too met its untimely fall from grace. Today, we journey through its rise and fall, an expose into what made it shine so brightly and why it eventually faded into the horizon. Let's rewind the clock. Back in the year 2006, Kenya's television landscape was forever changed by the arrival of Tusker Project Fame, a glittering jewel in the crown of East African entertainment. The show, born from the partnership between Kenya breweries in short Tusker and South African production powerhouse Endemol, was nothing short of a dream factory. You can decide to think of it as you want, but Tusker Project Fame was a springboard where raw talent took flight, heading straight for the stars. With judges like Ian Bugwa, Cynthia Nyamai, Juliana Kanyamozi, and Achenga Bura, may God rest her soul, the stage was very set. These were not just mentors, they were also gatekeepers, wise as owls. They were sculptors of talent. The show wasn't just about singing, it was about transformation, about turning dreams into reality. Each season of TPF, like the turning of a page, showed a familiar story. Contestants, chosen from thousands, were always here to bring in the show, as they were thrown into the world of a fierce competition. Tusker Project Fame was aired daily from Monday to Saturday on various TV stations in Kenya. One of them was Citizen and the other was NTV Kenya. And the show only lasted for a few years, from 2006 till 2013. The format was a blend of drama and thrill, where each week they sang for their survival, with votes coming from the very people they hoped to move. It was a show where every note, every word counted. One wrong note and you are out. The process was grueling. Contestants trained, performed, and faced the harsh critics of the judges. But it wasn't all about the performance. It was about presence, personality, and the kind of magic that made judges sit up and take notice. The stakes were really high. And the road to glory was paved with both sweat and tears. Contestants were brought from all over East Africa, and the grand prize was 5 million Kenyan shillings. During those years, this was quite a lot of money. And then, the moment arrived, the crowning. Winners are always hailed as champions, as the next big thing in the music industry, each one a shooting star in a sky full of dreams. Many Kenyans, not just me, thought that Tusker Project Fame was here to stay, but it only went for 6 seasons.
All the highlights in your head that catch your eye, I have been lied.
The Tusker Project Fame was an East African reality singing competition show sponsored by Tusker Lager. The show offered upcoming musicians the chance to compete for a cash prize and a 1-year record deal with Universal Music Group South Africa. Over the years, we saw many talented individuals step into the spotlight, but not all of them found lasting success. Let's dive into the stories of the 6 winners from the show and see where their careers and lives have ended up. First up, we have Ruth Matete, the winner of Season 5. After her victory, Ruth decided to take on leadership role at her church. In 2018, she got engaged to John, also known as Blessed John, and tragically, just weeks after they divorced, they were expecting a baby. John lost his life in a gas cylinder accident, and Ruth was devastated by the loss, but she decided to move on forward with her life. Despite her personal strength, her music career seemed to fade away, and she has not been as visible in the music scene. During the days of her victory, she began a school known as Ruth Matete Music Academy, that right now we know as Nairobi 5-Star Music School. Next up, we have Esther Mugize Nabasa from Uganda. After winning the show, she signed a record deal with Universal Music Group. However, years later, Esther revealed that the label's demand made her uncomfortable, which led her to step away from the music industry. In 2013, she opened a salon and has since been quiet on music. And then next we have Hilary Davis, who won the show in his second attempt. He made headlines for more troubling reason. Just 5 years after his victory, he was arrested for assault. He assaulted a woman named Marianne Karanja, who was the then scriptwriter for the TV show Machachari. Following this incident, I visited his YouTube channel and I realized that Hilary Davis went silent for over 9 years. His YouTube channel has nothing else other than videos of him playing guitar. Then we saw Hope from Burundi win, and in this competition, we really wanted Amos and Josh to win, and the prize money that was given to him, he used it to buy a house. In the year 2021, Hope released a song titled A Cappella, but it has struggled to gain traction, garnering only a few thousands of views. Despite his early success, Hope has not been able to maintain a significant presence in the music scene. Alpha Rwangira is another notable winner of the Tusker Project Fame. After his victory, he pursued music studies at the University of Campbell in Kentucky. In 2018, he released his hit song Yes, which made him very popular in East Africa. Alpha Rwangira is one of the few winners who has sustained some levels of success, making him one of the standouts in Tusker Project Fame champions. Finally, we have Valerie Kimani, the first ever winner of Tusker Project Fame, back in the year 2006. Since her victory, Valerie Kimani has achieved significant milestones, including appearing in MTV's Sugar and other major projects. She still remains one of the most successful and influential winners in the show's history. So, what made Tusker Project Fame sparkle in its early days? It was a blend of pure talent and the relentless pursuit of dreams. For many, it was a platform to showcase a voice they'd been waiting their whole lives to share.
You needed to be in a little bubble. Imagine that you're with the lady in red and express all of those things and make it believable to all of us.
Tusker Project Fame was the connection with the audience, raw, real, and unfiltered. Viewers didn't just vote for singers, they voted for stories. They rooted for the underdog, cheered for the dreamers, and lived through every twist and turn of the competition. But like all good things, nothing lasts forever. The writing was on the wall as Tusker Project Fame began to lose its shine. The cracks appeared, slowly at first, but eventually they were undeniable. Reality TV is a crowded space, and soon other shows like Kenya's Got Talent and The Voice began to pull in audiences, offering fresh new faces and new excitement. We can agree that the competition grew fierce, and Project Fame, which once felt like a revolution, began to look like any other ordinary show. Then came the digital age, as more viewers turned to online streaming, the traditional TV format, where you had to watch live and wait for the next episode, began to feel like a thing of the past. The younger generation especially wanted their entertainment on demand, and Tusker Project Fame, once a centerpiece of Kenyan TV, was now a relic of the bygone era. The magic of the judges faded too. Once sharp and exciting, their critiques became repetitive. Their personalities are no longer able to hold the audience's attention, and let's face it, if the judges lose their sparkle, the whole show does too. There were also whispers of financial trouble. A show of this scale requires deep pockets, and despite all the grandeur, it's rumored that Kenya breweries wasn't seeing the returns they had hoped for. Sometimes, even the most glittering of gems cost more than they are worth. The final season of Tusker Project Fame aired in 2013, but it felt like the closing of a book that had been too hastily written. The energy was lacking, and the viewers could sense that the end was near. The contestants tried, but the spark wasn't there. The chemistry, the drama, the connection, somehow it all felt all forced, and so like a fading star, Tusker Project Fame quietly disappeared from our screens, without even a grand finale. It was as if the show was holding its breath, waiting for something that never came. This here has been the Truth Lab. Ensure that you like, subscribe, and share the video. See you next time as I bring you more interesting stories on music and around music.